Right. So I have my code open here. Let's take a look of that. I'm gonna open with live server. So this is what we have on Friday. I have two cats. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Two cats, and here is a new requirement about it. So we're gonna need to make a list of at least 5 cats, listed by name, and an area of displaying the select cat. In the cat displaying area, the following should be displayed: the name, a picture, and text showing the number of clicks. So it's more like we already have the text, the cat area. It shows the name, the picture, and number of clicks. And we also need a list of cat, like when whichever the cat I'm clicking on, it's gonna show the specific pictures of it. Otherwise, it won't show any pictures. So that means like a lot of redo about this project. It's more like a new project with previous functions. So we're gonna have to, because of the the manager wants us to adding a lot of new things here. We may have to rewrite what we've done in the HTML as well, because we're going to add a list into it, and also we're going to adding some even listener to that list. Right? So we're gonna go start from the HTML file as well. So let's go back to HTML. We have here index.html. So in the cat clicker do, we have 2 divs, one for the cat 1 and one for the cat 2. Oops, it's frozen. Give me a second. Alright, here we go. So this is the HTML JavaScript we had on Friday, and this is the index.html we had on Friday. So in the HTML file, we have 2 divs. One is for the cat 1, another one is for the cat 2. I think we're gonna have to redo it. I'm gonna remove that. Just leave the only thing left here is just the connection between the JavaScript file, just the script tag here. So we're going to separate that into two parts. One is a list, another one is a cat display area. So we're going to have let me see. We can. Well, I'm not using the Bootstrap. If I'm using the Bootstrap, I can use the Bootstrap class. So we're gonna have to do it by ourselves here. You can use the Bootstrap, and what I'm actually going to do is. Alright, let's use in the Bootstrap because it'll be easier. Don't worry about the CSS, just separate it into 2 charts. Let's add in the Bootstrap here. Bootstrap. Let's actually add in the Bootstrap. So just get started, copy the CSS, right, add the Bootstrap to it. I'm gonna mainly using the Bootstrap for the style, so it's just make it faster. Right. So I just put the Bootstrap in, and what I want to do is I actually want to make a container here. Class is the container. Right. So in the container, I'd like to separate the space inside here into 2 rows. Let's using container fluid to give us the extra space. I need to make it bigger. Container fluid, and I'm going to have a div with class row, and there's a column on left and column on right. So it's going to be the column 3 on the left, and column 9 on the right. Right, so I have the left column and the right column. The left one, I'm going to use that for list. And the right is a place where I want to display the cat. Let's actually make it 4 and 8. I think the 8 is big enough for the cat displaying. And in the column 4 here, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. Leave that empty. I'm gonna add in things from my JavaScript file. I'm gonna add things into it from JavaScript file. Right, this is good enough here for now. Just column 4 and column 8. Nothing gonna be added by the HTML code. We're gonna, as we did like in Friday, we're gonna add things in the JavaScript file, make it dynamic. Right. So if you open the file with that server right now, it should be empty. Nothing gonna be showing because nothing is in the column. Right. It's not gonna be have anything. Right. So we are going to go to the JavaScript file. Right, follow with me. So the JavaScript file we have here, like we have two cats, cat 1 and cat 2. Let's keep going. Create the rest of cats. We're gonna need 5 cats. All right, this cat 1 and cat 2. Let's keep going here. So we're gonna have constant cat 3. So we have a name. Let's call it, I don't know. It's hard for me to have a name. Let's just call it A. A. Alright. Picture of this cat. Alright, you see, like I'm doing this, again to say name, picture, clicks, and we actually can create a constructor for that. That's gonna make it easier. I'm gonna talk about that later. Let's just create a cat this way. So let's looking for a cat images. I think we still have one here, right? We still have this picture. Let me download this picture. So image as. We're gonna call it cat 3. And I think we still need more pictures. Right. I think we can, using the link they provide here, copy the image address that is pointing to this image. If I change this one into something else, is that going to be other images? No. Let's see this website. What is this website? Never mind. We're gonna looking for some cat image online. So still need 2 more cats. So we're gonna this is too big. This is small enough. Let's gonna copy this one. We're gonna save the image as. Not this one. How do I make it? Let me see.
Yeah, save as.
Yeah, save as. And then put it into the folder that you have.
No, this is not a real. I mean, it's not a format we need. Like it is WEBP.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna maybe need some others. Maybe this one. Yeah, this is fine. It's gonna be cat4 the JPG. I just cat4. Yeah, cat4. And we have smaller one like this one. This is small enough. Save image. That is cat5. All right, we'll have 5 cats right now. So I stored all of them inside the folder. To make the code more organized, well, let's remove that. This one, you shouldn't have this one. It's just the one I made for test. You can do that. So to make it more organized, I actually suggest you to create a folder to put all your images inside it. So you can just create a folder called img and move all your files, drag them into it, or drag those files into the image. Yeah, create a image folder and put your image files inside it, make it more organized. Right. So I have the 5 cat image inside it, and I can just minimize it. So that also means you have to change the path here. Like for the cat 1, you're gonna tell it you're looking for that in the image folder.
I'm sorry, I missed you. How did you put the file into the image folder?
Drag it. Drag and just drag it into it. Drag those image files into the image folder.
It won't let me do it.
Make sure you create the folder, not file. You should have the triangle icon before the img here.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, just drag them in.
No, it's not going anywhere.
Well, I'll help you with that about after lecture, right?
Thank you.
So we'll have the, let's say, actually maybe better we should do is dot slash. No, I think it's good enough. I think it's good enough. Just say image cat1 cat image, and this is going to be image slash cat3 dot jpg, and clicks is 0. Right, cat1, cat2, cat3, and I'm gonna have to do cat4 and cat5. It's kind of like a waste of my own time. I actually can. What I can do is I can create a constructor, and ask it to create those cats for me. Right. So remember what we learned in year 6. We can create a class cat. Right. And inside I can see a constructor for it. The cat going to have a name, have a picture, and number of clicks. And for clicks, I can say the default number for that is going to be 0. Right? It's always going to start from 0. Right? And inside this construct function, I'm going to have the name is equal to the name I gave it. So it's going to be the cat the name, this the name is equal to the name I gave it, and this the picture is equal to the picture I gave it. And the clicks just start from 0. Right? And when I create those cats, I can make it shorter. I can say, instead of saying cat1 equal to the Andy, picture equals that, clicks equals 0, I can say cat1 is equal to a new cat with name is Andy, and picture is amg slash cat2.jpg. That is making a new cat. It's much shorter. So I can follow in that format to create a cat2. New cat, because we create this class, I can just reuse it. So the name of that, I'm gonna call it SteelCleave, and image cat2.jpg. Don't forget the semicolon. It's good to have it. It's good to have it. Right, and also we can use the same format to do the cat3. So new cat. Let's give it a real name, like Alice. I don't know. Image cat. Oh, this should be cat2. All right, it should be. This one is cat3, JPG. So that's our 3 cats, and keep going. Cat constant cat4 equal to a new cat, and it's going to Bobby. Image cat JPG. And a constant cat5 new cat, like SXB. That's kind of a city name. It's a cat4, and this is a cat5. Right? That's a 5 cats. You see, that's much shorter if you're using a constructor. We can also try to console log them out. Make sure we actually create those cats. I don't want to get any error, so let's console log cat1. Make sure that works. So I'm going to go back to my files. Hit F12. I'm actually getting an error. Oh, that's an error about those things. I'm gonna console them out. Those are the previous code I had for the 2 cats. They're not gonna work anymore. I'm gonna comment them out. So that is my cat. Is this really actually working? Maybe I need to say dot slash. Maybe not. Let's leave it like that. Leave it like that. It's gonna be fine. I'll leave it like that. So at cat1, I can try the cat2. It gives me the cat I have. Does it have number of clicks? Seems like it's not. I think I need to also put this clicks. Clicks is equal to the clicks I gave it. Well, if I didn't put it, it's gonna be equal to 0. I think that's how it happens. Yeah. So it's 0 right now. I still need this line here, even though I'm not giving it when I create this object. Right. So that makes it easier to create cats. I do not have to to type what I did here. I'm recording this, and you can just create like a 2 to 3 cats here, and any remaining of them like after the lecture, I'll upload the video. All right, we're gonna keep going. So here are the 5 cats, and we're gonna create a list, put them into a list. Right, like as I said, if we just display them, if I just leave these 5 cats into single variables, I have to repeat myself 5 times. Like I need to add in the first cat, even listener, and when I click first cat, it's going to increase its clicks, and I'm going to do the same thing for second cat, and do the same thing for third cat, and do the same thing for the fourth cat. I have to do it 5 times. And if in the future my boss asks me, okay, every time when you click a cat picture, I want to make the clicker, make the number of clicks increased by 2. So you have to change it 5 times. You're going to change the plus equal to 2 like 5 times for the cat 1, for the cat 2, for the cat 3, for the cat 4, and for the cat 5. It's going to be harder to maintain it. And if once your boss asks you to make the cat into 10, you're going to have to write it 5 more times. And if that's 100 cats, you have to do it 100 times. That's not a smart idea. Right? We're going to make it more easier, make it easier for you to maintain in the future. So we're going to make it things into a list, and we're using the loop to adding even listener to every cat inside this list. And so we only have to do it once. And in the future, if something happens, we only need to change it once. All right? So we're going to create a constant cats is equal to a list with cat 1, cat 2, cat 3, cat 4, and cat 5. So that is a list of all cats, right? So that's easy to understand. It's a list of all cats. All right. So we have the data already, right? Those are the data we're gonna have put on our page. Those are the information we're gonna put in the page. And now we're gonna start to construct the layout, like how do we want to display them in the page. So we are going to firstly display the list of cats on the left side of the page. Remember, we actually have 2 columns, right? One is on the left and one is on the right. Right now there's nothing inside it. I'm going to put a list of cats on the left. That means a list contains all my cat names. Right? So we're gonna have a loop here. So display. Let's just say this is for cat list. It's just cat list. So we're gonna do. We're gonna select the list, the left column, and then construct a cat list and put the cat list inside it. Right. So for the cat list, we're gonna start with select left column in DOM. Right. So it's gonna be in the HTML file. So constant left column how you spell column? Right, and is equals to document the query selector. Now we're looking for the left column. It has a class column -4, right? That is a class column -4. I'm looking for dot column -4. That is the left column. All right, and now we are going to create that cat list and just append that cat list into this left DOM, left column. Right. So here we're gonna construct cat list. Construct cat list. I'm gonna do that. So construct cat list. So we are going to have a for loop, right? For each cat I have in this list, I'm going to add that into the cat list, right? Before I construct the cat list, before I start the for loop, I need to create a UL here. So we're going to do a constant UL is equal to a document the create element. Create this UL element, right? Create an order list, and each cat inside here going to be a list item added into the list. So you can use the for loop, for off loop, for in loop, while loop, any kind of loop. Right? I'm going to use the easiest one, using the for off loop. So I'm going to for all the cats of the cats list. I'm gonna need a let here. Otherwise, this cat going to be conflict with this cat I have here. Right? With let means I'm using this cat only inside this scope, inside this for loop scope. So for the cat of the cats, right? For the cat of the cats, the cat means this array we have here. Right? Every cat inside it, I want to create a list item and append that into the list I have here. So we're going to say document. Let's say we're going to create a constant list item is equals to document dot create element. Create element. Well, I'm creating a list item. Right, and for this list item, I'm actually going to display the cat's name. So li the text content is equal to the cat the name. Right, so I have every list item going to have the cat name displayed there. And then I'm going to append this list item into the UL. So UL the append child. This li. And after this loop, I'm going to ending this UL into the left column. So it's going to be left column, the append child, this UL. Let me make sure we are correct here. Right, so here is the list. Andy, Cliff, Alice, Bobby, and Sexby. They're all here. Right, so just with one loop, I'm able to ending all my cats into the page, into the list. Right. So again. So follow my logic here. So we firstly select the left column inside the HTML file, inside the DOM, and then we start to construct this cat list. For the cat list, we just basically have a UL on our list, and inside have a couple list item. Each list item is a cat name. So we firstly create this empty on our list, and we are doing a loop here. Each step. Every time what we're doing inside this loop is for every cat we have in the cat list, we create an empty list item and put the cat name inside it, and then adding that to the unordered list. And after this unordered list is like full of cats, we just directly put that into the left column. Right. So we put this li into ul. Put the list item into the list 5 times, and then put the whole list into the left column. All right, so I hope that makes sense. And what we're going to do right now is I need to style this a little bit. I'm going to make it looks better. I'm going to make it looks better. So for the UL, after we construct it here, I want to add in a bootstrap class to it to make it look better. So I'm going to say UL the I think it's class list. I'm going to add in, actually it's class. Let me just make sure it's class name or class list. I think it's class name. It's equals to list group. I think that is what it's supposed to be. And for every li here, when I created that, I also want to say li the class name is equal to list group item. Alright, let's just make it look better. Yeah, so it's gonna make it like that. I can make it like that. And also you maybe want to move it down a little bit. That means you're gonna need your style CSS. I do not have it yet. I'm gonna create one. Style.css. and connect them together is in the index.html. Right? Index.html is where everything comes together. So we are going to add in our own CSS here. Another link. href is style.css. Right? And inside style CSS, I want to see for the whole body, adding some padding top. We did it like many times, right? For all pages, we're going to do 75 pixels here, and the padding bottom, 75 pixels. Just move things to the middle a little bit. Yeah. So it's going to move things down a little bit, adding some extra space between the top edge and my list. Give some space here, right? So I have 5 names here. Go back to the main.js. So I have my my list already. And what my boss asked me to do is whenever I click a name inside list, I want to display the cat on the right. Like if I click Andy, he wants me to display the picture of cat of Andy and his name and number of clicks. So that means we're going to add an even listener to every one of it. Like if I click Andy, it knows I'm clicking Andy. When I click Cliffs, it's going to do something. Click Alice, it's going to do something. Like every time I click here, it's going to do something for us, right? So that means for every ARI, for every list item here, we're going to need to also add an even listener to it, right? So before we append it to the list, let's add an even listener to it. So ARI the and even listener. Before we append it to the URL, we're gonna add an even listener to it. So when I click it, please do something for me. All right, we're gonna put an arrow function here. Let's firstly try to console log something. Make sure it is working. If I say console log hello, right now, no matter which cat I'm clicking, it should console log hello to me. Right, so add an even listener, click even listener to it. So let's try it. So let's have the console here. Right, if I click Andy, it says hello. Click Cliff, hello 2, hello. Right, no matter which cat I'm clicking, it's giving me a hello. Right, so this is good. And if I want to display the cat name, I can see no matter I want to. If I click the cat, I want to display the. I want to console log the cat name. Let's see what's gonna happen here. So if I click Andy, I got Andy. If I click Cliff, I got Cliff. If I click Alice, I got Alice. If I click Bobby, I got Bobby. I click Saxby, I got Saxby. That's good. Well, Saxby, yeah, it's well, it's actually a real cat name. Like when I bought my cat, this is the giving name that they give it to me, and I actually changed it. I don't like it, and I changed it. All right, this is actually my cat name. It's actually happened. It's my cat. I changed it to Mocha. Well, I actually have a cat. Yeah. Okay, my wife also created Instagram for that. That's another story, but I can show you. Not this one. I'm not sure which one it is because I'm not the one who's doing business with it. Cat. Maybe with my last name or maybe with cat. I'm not sure. I can show you later. Mocha. No, not this one. Not her. I cannot find it. Yeah, maybe later. So we can talk about that later. So here are 5 cats, and so what we want to do now is every time when I click a cat name, I want to display his information on the right. Right. I want to display his information on the right. His name, his image, and his number of clicks. So that means we're gonna create element. Again, we're going to create a cat name, create h1, display his name, create an image, source is from its own source, and also we're going to create like a number of clicks, like just like what we did on last Friday. We're going to do it again, but we'll only do it once. because it's going to be changing. It depends on which one we click here. All right. So that means if I click something, I'm actually going to add a function here. It's going to do something for us. I'm going to say I'd like to create a function. It does what it does is going to, let me see. It's going to, let's call it a display cat. It's a function name, and takes an argument, takes a parameter, takes this current cat I have here. Let's do the display cat for me. I do not have this function yet. I'm going to create it to this function. Let's put that. I'm not sure if I can put it on afterwards. Let's try it. So I'm going to create a function display cat. Again, I prefer to using arrow function. You can just use a traditional function. Doesn't make any difference. So constant display cat. It takes it's equals to, it takes a cat and doing something here. Right, that is my function. Display the cat. And for the function display cat, let's firstly try to console the log the cat. Make sure it is working. I just want to make sure when I click it, it's actually calling this function and pointing to the cat I wanted. Right, let's try it. So if I click Andy, I got the cat of Andy, like his name, his image, and his number of clicks. Next XB, I got his name, his picture, and his clicks. Right, it actually points to the cat I wanted. So now I want to display those information on the right. Right. So get rid of the console log just for testing. So again, we're gonna select the right column and adding those things one by one, putting those small things into it. Right. So we're gonna select the right column. So we're gonna have a constant right column is equal to document the current selector. You can use find element by ID, something like that, but I think the current selector is the most convenient one. And we're going to select the column 9 class, that is column 8, I think. That is the one that we have on the right. We can make sure about that. Yeah, column 8, that is the one on the right. Right. So I'm selecting the right column. And now I want to start adding things into it. Right. So if I'm so this we're gonna have the current cat information inside this object. Right. So what we need to do is every time when I click it, I'm gonna call this function. So what it does is gonna reset the right column's content. I'm gonna say its text content is equal to empty. Gonna reset it. Actually, I'm gonna do the inner HTML. Inner HTML is equal to empty. Gonna reset it. Inner HTML equal to empty. Make it like a black again, and then adding things into it. Okay. So if right now I'm displaying Andy, and I click this button again, it's gonna make it empty, and then display the clip information there. And once I click Alice, it's cleared up again and display the Alice information. I do not want both of cats there. Just always which one I click is gonna clear it up first, and then showing the new cat's information. So this one is clear it up, clear the display area, right? And now I'm gonna display the cat that I clicked. Yeah. So display it. We're going to see right. We're gonna firstly create h1. So constant h1. H1 is just a name here. You can call it like a big head, or like a big size 1 head, or something like that. So document the query selector. We'll construct h1 here, and h1 the text content. Oops, text content is equals to the cat name, the current cat name. All right. And well, for the better practice, we better. Actually, we can just adding that to the right column. Won't be too much because just three things. So we can append this h1 into the right column. So we go into. Let me think about it. I think we can do right column the append child, append this h1 into it, and it's going to show the current cat name. Andy, nope. Text content of null. Line number 44. Cat name is null. What?
Don't you have to put it in quotations?
No. Why is it telling me it is null? Cat name is null. Let me add a console log here. Make sure that it's not null. Console log cat. Cat, yeah. And the cat the name. I have Eddie. I have Cliff. I have Alice. Yeah, that's not null. Why you're saying this is null? Did I misspell it? Text content equal to cat the name. Text content.
You don't have to put it in brackets or anything like that?
No, I shouldn't have to. Let's try to do empty string plus that. No. Consider text content of null at display cat. Huh. Why does it think can? Oh. That makes sense to me. Let's try to say I want to put a hello here. Is that gonna work? It's also not gonna work. What? Text content of null says it thinks h1 is null. Oh yeah, I see the problem. it's not create selector h1. We are trying to create h1, so it should be create element. That makes sense. Right, well, create is h1 and add text content. And it was telling me like you are trying to add text content to a non-existing item. Right, and that makes sense. So right now, you see Andy, Cliff, Alice, Bobby, Sexby, they are displaying. We have the name ready. Next thing we're gonna add is a picture of the cat. So after the name, we're going to start to create the picture. So it's just basically the same thing like what we did here. We are trying to add in a cat image, right? So we're gonna do it again here. Constant. Well, basically just recreate everything. We're not modifying our old code. You can display. I can delete those things. We are basically rewrite it. The reason like from cat1 to cat2, it's like small changes. So we can just add in the features. But from cat2 to cat5, we are reconstructing the whole structure. So it's better just start over and maybe make your life easier. Actually, if you just try to change everything, I prefer just start it over. All right. So create an image. Document the create element. Or create the img tag. And the image the set attribute. When setting the src is equals to the cat the picture. And for the image set attribute, I'm going to do it again. Attribute. This for the LT. For the alternative, if the cat image is broken, I'm going to say this just show cat name. Or maybe what? No. What if the name also broken? I just say cat image. Just say something like that. Right. Tell them this is an image for the cat. Just a cat maybe. I don't know say this cat image because they know this is the image. All right. So let's try to adding that to the right column. See how it looks like. Right column. The append child. Append this image. Right. Let's try it. So if I click Andy. Andy's image is showing. When I click Cliff image is showing. Click Alice is 2 cats, alright. Bobby, Sexby. Alright, they all works. So see, like it's much easier. I do not have to write it 5 times. I just write it 1 time, and it knows which cat I'm clicking, and it can display the information for me. And one last thing is I want to display how many number of clicks I displayed I have here. Huh? All right.
Thank you.
So we also want to display the number of clicks, and we'll basically just do this thing again. I'm basically just doing this thing again. So we're going to constant, create another let's create h2 this time for the number of clicks. We're going to do document the query selector, not query selector, create element. I'm doing the wrong thing again. And this is for the h2, right? h2 tag. h2 the this time I'm going to using the, let's say, h2 the text content is equals to, well, I'm going to use the backticks here because I want to combine the string and the variable. I'm going to say clicks and using a variable here, and it's cat the clicks. I'm using a variable here, and then append that to the right column. The append child, append the h2. Display the current cat, and maybe a better description. Right, displaying the current cat with its name, its picture, and its number of clicks. So you see the code is well structured. We have the variables on the top, and we constructed the list on the left, and then we are working on the display area on the right.
What is that backtick for? What is that for?
Backticks? That is the E6 string. Remember that? So this is a shorter way. Then you can also say, like, another way to say this is h2.text content. I'm trying to do the same thing. Right? I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm going to say clicks and plus the cat clicks, and we put a column, put a space, and plus the cat clicks. Right, these two are equivalent. For this one, you do not have to put a plus. That is a whole string, one string. And this the $sign curly brace is represent a variables inside the string. So you do not have to construct the string with a concatenate. You just put this one in the whole string and say this is a part of string, and this is a variable. I want to display its value inside the string. Right? These two both works, but this one is a newer way. It's a better way to make it code cleaner. Right? They both works. And how it's gonna look like is this. It's gonna show clicks 0 here, right? Click 0. This clicks is a string, and the 0 is a variable, right? That is a property from the cat. Right? Every cat has a number of clicks, so I can call it like a cat.clicks to getting the value from it. Got it?
No.
So which one you do not get? I can help you.
Put it back on main.js for a second, please.
Yeah, you don't have to copy it. Just let me know if anything you do not understand. I can explain it again, because everything is recorded. You will be able to find it. Just let me know if anything you're not understanding. I can explain it maybe in another way or something like that. All right. Right, so that is with those code we can display the cat, but that is still not the part about clicking the cat and increase the number. Like right now, we haven't done this part, do anything about this part yet. when I click the cat, I should increase this number. Right? I haven't done this thing. That is another event listener, and added to this image. When I click this image, I want to add in the number to it. That's another function we need. So back to the images here, we are adding an event listener to it. All right. It looks like complicated, but it's just step by step. Right? If you want to display a cat, then when you click the cat name, you should display something. If you want to, when you click the image, you want to do something, then just add event listener to the image. Right? What you want to do, just add it to the code. It's just tell the computer what you want it to do. So I want it to do is when I click the image, I want it to do something for me. So I'm going to say the image and event listener. And I click event on it. When I click you, I want to do something for me. I want to do something for me. So this is actually very easy to write, because every time we only display one cat. So what we can do here is what I'm going to do is I already have the cat object in this function, right? In the display cat function. I'm going to say when I click it, it's easy. I'm going to say cat the clicks plus, and I want to refresh this part. How do I refresh it? Like right now, if I click it, right, it's not changing. Maybe I change it back to here and I change it back. It will shows. Because when I click name here, remember when I click name here, it's going to clear up the display area and show the current content again. But when I click image, it won't clear it up. It just added to the cat clicks. I want it to be cleared up and re-render the whole thing for me. Right? Like when I click right now, it's not changing anything. Like when I'm clicking, it's not changing. I have to click the name on the left to ask it to refresh it. It's going to show it. Right now, I'm going to say, when I click image, please refresh it as well for me. So I can say, please call the display cat for me. Please call the display cat function for me with the same cat. Well, it will refresh it, right? It will refresh it and reconstruct everything. Or make it easier. Just every time I do not have to refresh the whole picture, the whole area. I just need to refresh this number of clicks. So I can delete. I can just ask it the H2 to clear it up and re-put it. For example, instead of clear up the whole cat area, I can say clear up the H2. Let's see. So for the H2. Maybe I will need to have if cases here. If there is H2, actually they're definitely going to be 1. They're definitely going to be 1, so I don't have to check it. So H2 the text content, set it to empty. Yeah, I'm going to set it to empty, and then well, I don't have to. Maybe I can just say content is equal to this part again. Let's see if that's gonna work. So this one, it works. It works. So I just say H2 text content equal to the current clicks. It's going to put the current clicks to replace the old one. So right now we are only updating the clicks, not to re-render the whole part. It's gonna improve the performance. If every time when I click the image, it will re-render the name, the picture, and the clicks. It's maybe a little bit slower, maybe like so tiny to notice. But when your website is getting bigger and bigger, those slight changes gonna make the efficiency. It's gonna make the improvements of a website. Like right now we are only refresh this part, not the whole area. But let's make it like 0.0001 seconds faster. That's also the user experience. Right? You can think about that. Like to try your best to improve the user experience. Right now, it works perfect, right? So if I have Andy click 17 times, 23 times, I change it to Cliff, and I change it back, it's still showing the 23 times. All right. So this is how it works. This is how it works. So you can see we only have 60 lines of code, and it works perfectly for the 5 cats. If I want to add in another cat, I do not have to change any of the code. I just go ahead, create cat 6. It is a new cat. For example, I can call it Mocha, and image slash. I do not have images for it. I may download another image. For example, let's say cat images. Like let's using smaller one. This one. All right, it's using this. And just save the image as save image as. Put that into the image folder. Cat 6. This is JPEG. So this is JPEG, I believe. Yeah. So it's going to be image cat 6 dot JPEG. Right. Add the cat and add the cat into my list. That's it. Let's go back here. I have 6 cats. I do not need to touch my code. It's really easy to add in cat. Not right now, no matter how many cats the cat your boss want you to add, you just can do it in few seconds. This is why people create the loop. It makes you easier. It makes you easier.
Okay, say if your boss wants you to take one of the cats out.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like
Yeah.
cat 2 off, does that
Remove it.
Or is that going to shift?
We won't. So, for example, I can comment this out for now, right? And the cat 2 here, I can just temporarily remove it. What if my boss wanted you to add me? If your boss asks you to bring it back tomorrow, I can bring it back, right? Just so I don't delete that, I just comment it out, right? It's not. So right now I have cat 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do not have 2. So the cliff is removed. So in here, do not have it here anymore. Right. So remember, this left list is constructed with this for loop. This for loop is for every cat in the cat list. If you have 4 cats, it's gonna display the 4 cats. If you have 5 cats, it's gonna display the 5 cats. So, and the right part depends on which cat you click on the left. If you only have 5 cats here, don't have the cliff. Like you cannot find the cliff here to click. It won't influence the right part. So all the things are connected together. Well constructed, you don't have to touch them anymore. And then, well, if tomorrow your boss asks you to bring the cat 2 back, I change my mind. I'm gonna change it, comment it back in, and add cat 2 here. And the cliff is coming back. All right. So again, I'm going to stop the recording and share the code.